Alright guys, so Fula coming to you with another video. Shout out to the whole LDBC. Make sure you go to Lions Den Boxing Community. Download the app on Apple or Android phones. So I was thinking about this, these words that were said by Jaron Ennis about how he would basically walk through Errol Spence and handle him, and said that Errol Spence was just a basic fighter. And you know, he was saying it on Gilly the Kid's live stream, Instagram live, basically. Shout outs to Gilly the Kid. Shout outs to the whole North Philly, as a matter of fact. The whole West Philly too, especially down the bottom as well, you know, and Badlands too. Shout out to them. But the way I look at it is that, you know, he's doing what he's saying, the things that an up and coming fighter should say, right? It should be expected, like with boxing. You know, you have to have that kind of, you know, you have to have that kind of like energy as a boxer, you know. But at the same time, don't do it when the going is hot, you know. As it stands right now, in my humble opinion, Errol Spence is the face of the welterweight division right now, as it stands. Due to the simple fact that the Mikey Garcia thing was, in a way, kind of like a spectacle, you know, when you really think of it. It was kind of like a spectacle in the Cowboy Stadium, and it did damn good numbers, you know. We also have to consider the fact that Errol Spence, it wasn't your typical Errol Spence performance. It was a boxing performance, you know. He wanted to box because, as he said, there was a chip on his shoulder, so he decided to box, right? But at the same time with Jaron Ennis, what I have to say is that Gilly the Kid, of course, is, you know, Philly, supporting Philly. That's understandable. No problem, right? But don't gas people up. That's all I have to say. And he should know about that, you know, because when you're an OG in the game, you know game. So, with that being said, I think Jaron Ennis should not put the carriage before the horses. And I think that his record, although very impressive, he still has not, I mean, he still has his O, basically. There's really nobody of name on his record. That's the whole thing. You know, so physically, Jaron Ennis would be at an advantage against Errol Spence, right? He's an inch taller than him, and he have 2 inches longer in reach than him. Now, the thing is he called Errol Spence basic because, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, Jaron Ennis, he do have some special effects, man. But that special effects has been against limited competition, you know. I'm going to be honest with you. You won't be able to do that on Errol Spence. You know, those special effects, because Errol Spence won't let him do that. You know, Errol Spence, you know, has been although like there's not many people who want to dance with him in the welterweight division right now. Hence why Mikey decided to dance with him. But Errol Spence has fought, like, obviously, arguably tougher opposition than Jaron Ennis has, you know. So with that being said, I think Jaron Ennis, the best thing for him to do would be to honestly keep earning his stripes, you know. Keep earning his stripes. Keep showing us that he's the goods. Keep on winning in impressive fashion. But don't try to ride the train when the gravy train is hot. Because that's what I think it is. Like, and I don't think he's going to bait Errol Spence into fighting him either. You know, I don't think that's going to go down. You know, so, like, I think he just needs to, like, kind of slow his roll, you know. Another thing, too, about the whole situation. He should try to maybe get one of the guys who actually gave Errol Spence like his best fight. I mean, if we really want to gauge him, why not take a Kell Brook fight? And why not have that fight in the UK? You know, let's see if that championship desire is really there. You know? Like, let's see if he's really with it. Another good fight for Jaron Ennis could be Thomas Delorme. You know, like he's been in there with some tough guys. That could be a fight for Jaron Ennis, you know. Let's say, you know, he fights maybe like a welterweight division. Trying to think of a name that would give him like a good fight. Who would give him a good fight, who's like a veteran, who can still bring it. Out of the welterweights, I mean, who knows? Maybe even Jesse Vargas will give him a good fight, you know? I can't say Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner simply doesn't throw any punches. That's the whole problem. So I'm leaving Adrian Broner out of that equation. But, I mean, he's still up and coming. So him saying that, you know, I understand, and more power to him for having that confidence, but still slow the roll, man. Chill out. And y'all are gonna call me an Errol Spence fanboy. Y'all are gonna call me an Errol Spence decap, but thing is, when he called him basic and he's like very basic, Errol Spence is only showing you basic, bro. What we saw against Mikey Garcia was just a little bit of what he has. He has so many other things. You know, there's certain things he doesn't show you, bro. He hasn't had the need to show you those things. He's not basic, man. He makes it look basic. I'll tell you, he makes things look basic. But I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you something that I actually saw the other day. Many people think Errol Spence just stays southpaw. There's a sparring video that surfaced that he was switch hitting, that he was in orthodox. We never really see that in his fights. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain things we don't see in this fight because we haven't had the need to see it. That's just what it is, man. He's cut from a different cloth, man. And so for Jaron Ennis, man, my thing is, like, don't end up like J-Rock, man, with Jamal Charlo. Because he was calling him Turkey and everything else before he fought him. And we saw how that ended. It didn't end too good for the Philly guy. You know, he had to come back. Now he's coming his way back. And I don't know, man. I don't know how he'll fare against Jarrett Hurd. So I get it. You know, Philly has a tradition of good fighters. I'm not knocking that, you know. But Jaron Ennis, man, don't put the carriage before the horses, bro. Don't bark. You may get a chance to bite later, but trying to bite right now, will take a chunk out of your career. Because yeah, what you see from Errol Spence right now may be basic, but he may decide to you know, basically Paul Bunyan you, make you his son. And I'm just being real. So I mean, try to spar him first, you know? Try to see if you can get some work with some sparring. Yeah, do some sparring first. And then, if you can handle him in some sparring, then, yeah, go ahead. Be his guest, you know? But in the meantime, just chill, man. Just get like a real credible name on your resume first, and you'll be good. But other than that, that's all I got for now, guys. Fula signing out. I'm Jaron.